Hello party people, it is Will Pemble, it is CoasterDad Comments Day. As it happens, I'm back at Disneyland because I have a bunch of work down here in Southern California, so that's why I'm back at Disneyland. But let's get to the comments. Lisa Fernandez writes, awesome video, CoasterDad and son rule. Well, Lisa, thank you. I'm glad you liked that video, and I should mention that there are a couple of other people on the CoasterDad team. We've started to call them the CoasterDad Adventure Team. There are a couple of other people who really rock, and in particular, Noah and Mila are a couple of the really awesome members of the CoasterDad Adventure Team, and we are trying to cook up another adventure, as you may have heard. So, thank you, Lisa, for that awesome comment. Tony Hardman writes, my 5-year-old son, after watching this, Dad, can we make a roller coaster in the backyard? Me. Tell you what, Tony, I gotta say, brother, there's really only one appropriate response to that question when your 5-year-old son asks you if you can do something awesome for him, and you probably can. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with, why not, as my answer to that, or my suggested answer to that. I can't really advise you, but that would be probably what I'd say. Samuel GB writes, OMG, talking of POVs, I made a roller coaster POV on my channel and forgot about it. The ride isn't that great, though, but still, it's a ride. Samuel, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be a great ride. I'm sure it is a great ride, and I'm glad you made it. All right, let's see. This is a really long one. I'm not going to read the whole thing. XJD Halves writes, I absolutely love your videos. I love the idea of this coaster. Unfortunately, I feel that by trying to incorporate the overbank turn and the reversed bank airtime hills into such a small space, you may be biting off a bit more than you can chew. I believe, and it goes on and on. There's not much in your comments, if anything, that I disagree with, XJD Half. So, let's definitely, I may indeed have bitten off more than I can chew. I'm just not really willing to give up on my dreams just yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. The two trolls. The cable propulsion system gives me all the kinds of ideas. The two trolls writes, the cable propulsion system gives me all kinds of ideas about my next lift hill. You know what? It's given me a couple of pretty cool ideas about the thing. What if we could figure out a way, speaking of biting off more than we can chew and being too ambitious and thinking up things that we couldn't possibly do, what if we were to use a cable propulsion system for the coaster, maybe not just on the lift hill, but maybe on parts of the coaster where we wouldn't have enough speed? Bubbles! So, and the two trolls also writes, this is so cool. I would definitely go if I'm in the San Fran Bay area. I always wanted to try liquid nitrogen ice cream. We're talking about Kraft's Creamery in Danville, California. Speaking of liquid nitrogen, do you think it's possible that you could change the CO2 from the Iron Dragon car to liquid nitrogen? Both seem cool, but I guess it's a matter of temperature, as I remember you froze the nozzle from the CO2, just a thought. Okay, so here's the thing about that. Liquid nitrogen is really, really, really cold, and CO2, liquid CO2 is cold. So liquid nitrogen, if it gets on any of the wet parts of you, it will instantly freeze that part of you. So I don't know that I'd be wanting to spray liquid nitrogen willy-nilly all over the place. And so we'll probably stick with CO2 for that effect. Although I'm not done trying to find effects. Ace Games 45 writes, this might be a bit off topic, but I think Lyle would enjoy it. I have a roller coaster iPhone app called Air Coaster. It is $1 on the App Store and definitely worth it. Yeah, give it a try. I don't know if Lyle is not much of an iPhone guy. He has one, but he doesn't really use it much. He's not much of a texter, which is odd for most kids. But there it is. Blunderman, that is fantastic. Walt would approve. He writes of the BART train. Yeah, I think Walt would approve too. It's kind of monorail-y. It's kind of automated. It's nice. Marcus Johnson, really nice. But how did you make the ride? Wish I knew, but I don't. And that's what he wrote about the backyard PVC roller coaster finish track, which is a fairly old video. Marcus, if you look around at other videos on my channel, you will find the answer to your question. You will find all sorts of how I did it. It's not necessarily how-tos, but how I did it types of videos that describe the process. Muffin Man EJ on PS3 writes, you should go with the original plan regarding the Iron Dragon. You could be right, Muffin Man. We're doing some exploring here, and we're all part of this conversation. So it could be that that's exactly the thing that we should do. We'll just have to find out. Rafe Needleman of Make Magazine writes, thanks, Will and Lyle. We had a great time. We too had a great time, Rafe. Thank you very much. You are awesome. Leo is awesome. These things are known. Justin Thomas writes, it looks kind of like a roller coaster of the Oakland BART transportation system. Yes, it is kind of like a roller coaster. It feels that way to me, which is kind of what inspired me to make the video and share it with you guys. Trains Wow, unsurprisingly, Trains Wow writes, yeah, trains are the best. He's talking about the Trains Wow is talking about the Oakland BART connector thing, and yeah, it is. It's a great fun train. It's a really cool way to get to the airport. Whenever I go to the airport, I'm off to do grown-up things for mapconsulting.com, which is the incredible executive coaching and leadership company that I work at. And whenever I go there, I'm off to do grown-up things, and I love that roller coastery vibe I get from the Oakland BART train. So that's pretty cool. Mark Angelotti. I'm planning on building a coaster that will be almost 20 feet tall, but the lift hill will be very steep, not vertical though. Dude, we want to see it. We want to see it. Be careful. I don't ever tell people how to build roller coasters. I just tell people how I built them. But yeah, we're definitely interested. That's for sure. And FB Jefferson, all cities should have trains like that. Perfect. Preferably maglev though. Yes, I agree. Preferably maglev would be absolutely awesome. Oh, FB Jefferson also writes, another fun fact about nitrogen is that one of the 4 main components in the human body and our atmosphere is also nitrogen. Great stuff. I'm excited to see more of this. Coaster Connection writes, nice video. Must help you a lot. Yes, it does. I love that ride. I can't believe how much everybody else loves that ride. But yeah, let's see. Sami Libitka writes, you should make a coaster with a loop. Oh, you know, you must have been hanging out with Lyle, because Lyle says that exact same thing to me. I want to make one with a loop, but I don't know if I have the engineering skills for that. So, and for our last comment of the day, Carrie Brown writes, I have an idea. I live in the UK. Have you ever been to Thorpe Park, do Nemesis Inferno? No, I have not ever been to that park. I have been in the UK, but not to that park, but I'm sure it sounds awesome. And the next time in the UK, sure Lyle will read this comment, and we will make a point to try and get there and check it out. Thank you guys for helping me bring physics, family, and fun to kids everywhere. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing and liking and subscribing. Those are all really cool things. You can hear the crazy noise of Autopia behind me. That's another really cool ride. And we'll see what happens next time. Maybe next week I'll get down here and we'll do comments from the California Adventure, Disney's California Adventure Park. In the meantime, I will see you soon.